And we're live. Hey, folks. Welcome back to the Wildlands campaign. There is a lot going on as always. We stopped in the middle of combat last time. Basically, the short recap is you guys sailed to Wuturim and met the Green Dragon, who claims that town as under his protection. You met Naj Kidsa, the carpenter of the town, and also Twent, the foreman of the logging camp that is infested with wyverns. The Green Dragon did not want to deal with the wyverns himself, it being some kind of dragon versus dragon thing that he did not want to do. However, he told you guys that you could, if you wanted to stay in town past sundown, he having taken offense to those of you with brands from the Red Dragon Chowders. If you wanted to stay in town past sundown, you could clear the logging camp for him. Having gotten the details from Twent, the lizard folk foreman of the logging camp, that is the battle that we are currently engaged in. After you guys did a kind of pincer move coming up on the camp and then were surprise attacked by the wyverns in hiding. Okay. At the moment, the turn tracker is reading Bliss, but I think that might be a mistake. I think I hadn't gone with all the wyverns yet.
No, it's my turn. I remember.
I went with all the wyverns?
I thought so. Okay. Unless, well, that's what I remembered it being, like saying it was going to be my turn and then we had to stop.
That sounds right.
Because there was a whole to-do with this one attacking its buddy and attacking it back to try and break it from its spell.
Okay. So, at this dramatic moment, with Mavra hanging on while surrounded by wyverns, however, some of which are distracted by the confusing bard spell that Bliss cast upon one of them. Bliss, it is your turn.
Cool. So Bliss is going to move his full movement towards the around here. So 1 second. Is this one with the speckles like double movement right here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I can probably only go. That's okay. I can see this one, right?
From your current position?
Yes.
Yes, you can see him.
Okay.
Obscured, but you can see him.
I think that's all I need. Okay. I'm going to. So Bliss will start to hum a song, and to everyone else, it sounds like a really nice song. It sounds cheerful and upbeat, but to this wyvern, it sounds discordant and wrong, and it's like drilling into its mind, and it just wants to get away from it. And I'm casting. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Dissonant Whispers.
And I was casting it at level 4. I thought it was going to show that.
It says enchantment 4, so it changes the line that you would never pay attention to.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. What's the DC?
16.
He fails.
Awesome. Let me just roll damage really quick. So.
All right. So it's going to take some psychic damage.
3d6, and it would go up by 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Hey, Kenny. Long time no see.
Hey, not too bad. 20 psychic damage. And it has to use its reaction to move its speed away from me.
20 psychic damage? Oh my gosh.
Which I think should trigger an attack of opportunity from Mavra, yeah?
Forced movement does not trigger attacks of opportunity.
Aw, darn. Okay.
Use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Well, at least I got him off Mavra.
Okay. It's fast. This thing hears a song that causes its brain matter to leak somewhat out of its ears. It's whatever the reptilian ear hole things are called. And absolutely flipping out, this creature, leaking brain matter out of its head, just zips off. Takes off, flies away through the tops of the trees of the forest, and vanishes from sight. You can't even see this thing anymore.
Yay! That's all
Nice.
I can do. I think that's all I can do. So, yeah, Bliss is going to look to Mavra and just kind of just give her a thumbs up, because now she's less surrounded.
Maybe not.
Okay. Well, with that, I believe it is Akiri's turn. Curls, you're up, and then Bref on deck.
So, not to get too rules lawyery, but we are kind of outnumbered. I'm reading online. That's when the creature uses movement, action, or reaction. That provokes an attack of opportunity. When it is a forced, in the sense of, say, being pushed by a gust of wind spell, it does not. The creature is using its movement. But you are the DM. I will leave that up
Free
to you.
attack for Mavra, if she wants it. The dwarf spins around and Green Dragon's bite slices into the fleeing wyvern. It now leaves a trail of brain matter and blood as it spatters the treetops with its internal ichors. Hey, Bella, do we have you? Are you back?
Yeah, I am still on my phone, but I think Discord just needed to install some updates, so I should be back on my computer in a minute.
Very cool. All right, with that, it is Akiri's turn. Yes.
Alright, Akiri, now that there are much fewer wyverns in the area, she's gonna hop, skip, and a jump that way. And then she's gonna cast Healing Word on Maver real quick.
Okay. Well within range. Maver, stand by to heal.
We're going big. You're getting a level 2. Sorry, you're getting a level 4.
A level 4 healing word.
She does look pretty beat up.
22 points.
Wow. 22 points of healing to Mavra. End of your
Nice.
turn, that's only a bonus action.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hold up. Give me a second. I don't like that there's more buttons on here. I keep hitting the incorrect ones.
Okay, do you know what you're doing?
Okay, cool. Yes. I was just checking if I had advantage on it or not. Or I guess never mind, it wouldn't matter. She's gonna Sacred Flame that one.
Okay.
Because that target. I'm not even gonna bother rolling damage. Her DC is 16.
Okay, it's negated.
I believe so.
Okay, the glow from Guiding Bolt fades. Ref, your turn. Vapos on deck.
Right. This one right next to me? I'm gonna smack it 2 times.
Up here, amongst the piles of logs. Oh, that one is badly hurt. It was stunned and left for dead.
Well, we'll see if I even need to smack it 2 times. I'm gonna attack it recklessly. So here's attack number 1. That's a 20 to hit.
That is a hit, and it is not dead yet.
Alright. That's a lot of damage. Not be dead yet.
These
Oh,
things are
that's
tough.
double 25s.
Okay. Utterly recklessly, the barbarian swings his axe back and forth, and it goes snicker snack, chopping off the wyvern's wing with each blow, leaving it dead.
Huzzah! I'm gonna move. I can figure this out during Vapos' turn. I'm guessing these logs, are these all difficult terrain?
Yes, the climbing up. Yeah, you kind of have to climb up them and stuff. They're
Okay.
10 feet tall, I think I said.
Yeah. I'm not be going like through them. Not
Oh,
over
you just
them,
want to kind of
like-
squeeze through? Yeah, it's still difficult
Like
terrain.
this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll figure out the appropriate distance to move, but that's all I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna get. I imagine I'll end up probably somewhere around here tops. So Vapos can go in and do that while I do math, which is not my strong suit.
Fantastic.
The
Thank
library.
you for speeding the game along. 110 HP for you. Vapos, you're up.
All right. I am going to move back back in this direction,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull some water from a nearby barrel that's filled with just some rainwater or something, and I'm going to use Water Whip on this wyvern over here.
The spell doesn't technically require that, right?
No, it doesn't. That's just flavor.
Okay. Yes, there is a rain barrel next to this cottage, this small little cabin here. Not even really a cottage. You pull that up and hurl a water whip. Awesome.
So that's going to be a DC 15 dex save.
It has the range. Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
I've spent 3 key points on it.
He is going to fail.
All right, so that is 18 bludgeoning damage that he takes, and I'm pulling him 25 feet directly towards me.
As it struggles and lashes around, its scaly skin gleaming in the light, it pulls you 15 feet toward you?
25.
Oh, 25.
Yep, so it's in melee with me now.
Yep, it comes right up next to you. I assume you don't want it in your square.
Correct.
So yeah, it's like thrashing around and like rolling and twisting as the water whip just kind of spins round and round, twisting like a watery rope. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, Mavra, you're up. You have several of these creatures on you, but the last one that attacked you was only this one, actually.
That's the one I'm going to attack twice.
Mavra, by the way, is standing in the shadow of the longhouse, at the logging camp here. By the battered front door. That's 2 attacks, huh? Against this guy?
19, 18, yes.
Okay, both hit. So that's 22 damage unless you're triggering any special abilities.
Nope. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. With a dreadful double slash, the doughty dwarf drops the wyvern to a very low level of HP. Bella, your turn.
Okie doke. Well, we sure are up a creek without a paddle, huh?
I think we're doing pretty good.
Well, I suppose so.
Bella
right.
is standing underneath this this tree here.
I guess I'm going to shoot this guy.
Okay. This guy?
The one that's closest to me.
Okay.
Sorry, it's being slow.
Ah, you are now standing in shadows. Was that your plan all along?
Kind of, yes. Sorry, my computer is being frustratingly slow right now to open anything related to Roll20. So literally, I'm trying to scroll down right now to click on my bow.
Weird. I don't know why it's so bad for you.
My computer hates Roll20. I don't understand it.
Roll20 hates you back as you roll a natural 1 to hit that guy, missing him completely.
Well, I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Well, that wyvern is extremely unhappy with how things have been going. And so it is going to disengage from Mavra, take flight, and swoop off. Going that way. So he's gone. Meanwhile, there's a nasty little fight happening here. Between wyverns. So this guy's going to attack the other one. Lashing out with a bite attack. It's going to hit. Dealing significant damage. And causing this other guy to make a new save against Bliss's spell.
Yes.
He is still completely enchanted and fighting back. So this guy makes another attack, this time with his claws. He's perched in a tree, attacking the other wyvern through the trees. He's going to hit his fellow. Should have been... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright, some more hefty damage coming out. And triggering another save. Fail again. Now he's going to try to sting the one who's charmed. With those nasty long... Oh!
Wow.
A natural
Heck yes.
20 on a 76 poison damage attack.
Ah, that's amazing.
I'm so glad these things aren't resistant to their own poison.
Same.
This might be the highest damaging attack. Oops. In the game so far. Yep. With one fell swoop, the stinger punctures the other wyvern through the cranium and comes out the bottom, squirting blood and gore and poison out the bottom of its brain pan as it collapses, thrashing, or falls off the edge of the nest onto the ground.
That's amazing.
Absolutely brutal. Vapos, you
Absolutely.
pulled this guy to you. It goes for you, all out.
Yep.
There's a smell of blood and poison in the air now. Okay,
That
and your
hit me.
AC is 16.
16.
So he's going to hit with his bite for 8 piercing. He's going to lash out with his claws for a miss.
Cool.
And finally, his stinger. Tail loops overhead and snags you with it. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. That-
14.
That is a fail.
Dang.
Do I need to distinguish between the poison and the piercing
Nope.
for you? Okay.
Nope. I'm resistant to acid, not poison.
That stinger does 34 damage to you, Vapos.
Ow.
Says Vapos as his guts hit the ground. I guess it's poison, so it's more that it's
Yeah.
it's doing that classic, you know how all poisons in movies like make your veins turn black? That's what's happening to Vapos.
Yep.
Akiri knows
His heart is slowing to a stop.
Vapos' skin is no longer a pale blue, instead it's a sickly green.
Right. Yeah, I like that. Just like these guys. Bliss, your turn.
All right, Bliss will hear Vapos' scream of pain, and he's going to turn around and go 10, 20, 25, and cast Cure Wounds on Vapos.
Interesting. All right. Oh, you're not in range, so yeah, you're good. Okay, go for it.
So that's 16 points of healing.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Awesome. Thank you.
I believe that's a full action to do Cure Wounds. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I think as a bonus action, Bliss will, after he touches your shoulder with the Cure Wounds, he'll say, "Oh, hang in there, darling. You're doing great. Just try not to take such a big hit all at once," and give you your own bardic inspiration.
Also pass it to the left. Well, Bliss's inspirational words. What's your magic color? Okay, pink, of course.
Pink.
All right. Anything else from Bliss?
No, that was my full movement because of those darn speckle thingies. So I think that's all I can do.
The folks, the speckle thingies, the dots, dample marks of the ground count as marshy terrain, which is going to be difficult terrain, double movement to go through. Okay. So Akira, you're up. Breath on deck.
Cool. Vapos looks like he's okay. Vavor's okay. He's in, or Vapos at least is in good hands. There's still one pesky wyvern in the way. How? He's up that. Speaking of that pesky wyvern, he's up in a tree, right?
This guy's up in a tree, yeah.
Okay, so
About
it's not
5 feet
like
off the
super.
ground at the bottom.
So not super clear range.
No, not super clear.
Screw it. I can get to there. Okay. Is that a better range for her? We'll do it anyways.
What's the question?
We're gonna take. Come on. She's gonna guiding bolt that one wyvern in the tree.
Okay. From close range.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, sure. At that range, we'll say that you don't mind the leaves and branches so much. That is a hit.
Fine.
So, ooh, but you did not get a good damage result, did you?
It's just a level 2.
Okay. Well, I just mean you
How?
rolled snake eyes, but okay. So that's a total of 13 radiant damage.
And Maverick will probably get damage on it. Which is the real goal of this.
Bref, your turn. Vapos on deck.
Okay, question. Can I make an athletics check to climb up here and jump off so that I can use my movement to get to here? Because with difficult terrain I couldn't, but maybe if I jump off the logs to make up some of the distance?
Yeah.
Cool.
Make enough. Yeah. Is it more than 5 feet or is it just 5 feet?
So basically, I'd be climbing up here, this difficult terrain, so I'll be jumping to here.
Yeah, no problem. Oh. Well, are you trying to negate the logs as difficult terrain?
I'm trying to make up for them, yes. Effectively negate them.
Well, in order to do that, you would have to jump over the wagon with logs in it, which is quite tall. That's a hell of a jump, and you don't have a running start.
So I was envisioning I climb up on top of them, right in the middle,
Yeah.
and then jump from the top.
It's not going to let you...
Okay.
All right, you know what? You could maybe do it with acrobatics.
Oh.
But there are going to be a consequence if you fail.
Oh.
Hey! So, anyone who happens to be looking at Breath at this moment, he does this totally sweet Legolas move. As he runs up to the cart and, puts a hand on a log and, kind of rolls over the top of it, over the hood of a car, and just, whoosh, and he's, on the other side all in a blink, losing absolutely none of his movement in the process.
And then I'm just going to recklessly go to town on my pal here.
Okay. Oh no! Oh, reckless! Reckless! Yep. Saving the day. Alright, those are both hits. Give me the damage total.
Okay. We got 6 rage, 22 slashing, so it's 28. 28 plus 18. 38.
39, I think.
I want to say 46, but I'll use the calculator real quick.
Yeah, it's 46.
Never mind. Wow, I was off. Don't listen to me, y'all. I've been away.
Absolutely reckless abandon, the barbarian's runic blade slashes through the green scales of the wyvern, spattering the ground with more of its blood. Vapos, it is your turn. Maver on deck.
All right, here we go. I'm just going to pummel this thing and try to bash its brains in at this point.
Okay.
So first 2 regular attack actions. That is a 17 to hit.
Hit.
For 6 damage. All right. and I'm going to use Stunning Strike to try to stun it. So Constitution saving throw.
DC?
DC is 15.
Fail.
All right, it is now stunned, so the remainder of my attacks get advantage. So attack number 2. That's a 20 to hit for another 8 bludgeoning damage.
Bam! So you just basically ran up and did a hammer fist on the top of it. Its skull bounces off the ground, and then you do an uppercut and actually make this thing flip over backwards, head over tail backwards, and kill it.
Awesome.
With a
Delight.
sickening bone crunch.
All right. And then let's see if I can make it, because I've got 45 feet of movement. I think I do. So I'm going to go over here to this one. And I'm going to use my Flurry of Blows to get 2 more attacks.
Oh my god, 5th edition. That's awesome.
So first one, that's a 20 to hit for another 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Yep, hit. You actually had advantage on that.
Right, and so that consumes the guiding bolt. But you know what? Screw it. I'm going to try to stun this one too. With Stunning Strike. So another Constitution check.
Fail.
All right.
Wait, you can stun twice in one turn?
I can stun any number of times as long as I spend a key point. It's 1 key point per attack that I make a stunning check on.
Really? Okay.
Yep. So it's expensive to do a lot, but can do it. And then last attack still has advantage. That's a natural 20 for 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. These things take a lot of punishment. It's still alive, but it is hurt and pummeled, stunned.
All right. And that's my turn.
Okay. Mavra, you're up.
I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I was wondering if I could hold my axe up toward the wyvern in the tree to fire my 15 cone of poison at the wyvern.
Absolutely can. For the first time ever, Mavra uses 3 charges from her axe. And it's going
Very
to make a
nice.
Constitution saving throw. Which it will succeed on, taking half of your 17 poison damage. Which is 8.
I think that's gonna end my turn.
Alright. It breathes in some poison, and Mavra is done. It's on its last legs. Bella, you're up.
All right. I am going to try and take this guy out once and for all. So I'm going to shoot him.
Good luck.
Does she have advantage on him as well?
Oh,
yes.
hey!
Nice.
Don't need it.
A hit.
That's 7 hits.
7 points of damage. Almost.
Oh, really?
Almost the finishing blow. It's gonna get one last shot at this. Unfortunately, it's stunned and loses its turn. Bliss.
Okay, let me see. How far away is this thing? Still close
You know
enough.
what? Sorry. You know what? Never mind. He's on his last legs. I'm sorry.
Okay. I think I'm gonna hit it with another Dissonant Whispers. So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. And I'm gonna cast that at level 3.
fail.
Okay, that would be 2. Okay.
Come on.
It says it's rolling.
Huh. Just shows you as typing to me. Perhaps there are too many pandemic players on Roll20 servers right now.
Maybe.
14 points of psychic damage.
There we go. Okay. This one's head explodes. Ba-boom.
Ew.
And with that, the battle comes to an end.
Wow. You know, Bella, you had me a little concerned when you were talking about how hard it is for do monster fighting, but that was fun.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. You have a little blood on your cheek.
Oh, I'll take care of that later.
Mavra and Vapos. Actually, Vapos. Something shiny in the nest catches your eye. Beside the 2 large eggs, there are a number of things lining the nest that perhaps the wyverns themselves have gathered. Mavra, you can see into the wrecked walls of the longhouse, and since you were at the spot that you're at, and you can see there are some objects inside. There's like there's some shiny objects inside, perhaps that may be of interest. And other than that, there are 4 dead wyverns on the field. The logging camp now falls silent from the sounds of battle, and the noise of the wind blowing through the trees is the main noise that you can now hear. There's also the creak of the broken planks on the log house and the falling shingles from the cabin. The camp is yours. What do you guys want to do now?
So this is where we're going to start a new life as lumberjacks.
Until the end of the world.
Yes.
That actually kind of sounds good to Vapos right now. That was a pretty hard fight.
I mean, I guess we
Slam.
could.
More
Like,
I don't,
75% party fights with an axe now, so.
I don't feel safe leaving these eggs here. I don't know if our green dragon friend wants to take care of them, but there's only 1 wyvern left, and I don't know if they'd be able to raise them on their own. Akiri, do you have any ideas?
Akiri's kind of bouncing on her tiptoes. Can I have one? Can I have one, please? Please. I'd like one.
Well, I guess that the wyvern probably wasn't really emotionally ready for single parenthood, and is definitely going to be less so now that they've gone through the traumatic events of today. So I, for one, have no problem with it as long as you promise to take care of it and, you know, not let it bother us.
Come on. Remember Saki? It turned out fine.
Yeah, we fed a lot of our enemies to her.
Exactly. This is a great plan. She's gonna grow, like, look at the eggs.
You fly up to the nest, where you find it's an enormous nest. The map, although it's, like 10 feet across, It's also quite deep. It's like a sort of a deep, almost cone shape. Or funnel, like an enormous funnel cake. And the whole entirety of these branches and brambles that are all kind of woven together by the wyverns, kind of enmeshed in all of them are all these shiny bits and trinkets. You see coins and other metallic objects and shiny stones, all kinds of interesting things.
Yuri's eyes light up.
And you also find these nests. The nest kind of has like some of the shed skins of the wyverns, kind of used to kind of surround the eggs and protect them, along with some soft bits of brush and fluff from around the seed of the trees. You kind of fly up and put your hand on the egg. It feels kind of almost warm to the touch. You realize the size of this thing. These eggs are almost to scale.
Delightful. Akira has an idea. She's gonna grab like a stone or something from close by, and she's gonna cast light on it, and then she's gonna use that light because it's pretty dark out here, isn't it?
Actually, no. Wait. Oh yes,
like,
the sun is setting. It is dusk turning to twilight at the moment.
Cool, that's dark enough. She's gonna take her light and she's gonna put it behind the eggs and candle them. Which one is like more ready, closer to being ready?
That's cool. As a bird person, can you give me any more information about that?
She's usually the more developed they are, the more of the egg they take up.
Mm-hmm.
So like, a completely opaque egg means it's a very well-developed baby. So like the less it takes up, the less developed it is.
That is a cool fact.
That's awesome.
Well, you can kind of the one that's more to the north is semi-transparent. You can kind of see the embryo inside there. The one to the south is quite hard and not see-through.
Cool. She's gonna go for that because that means that one's probably closer to being ready.
Cool.
Hey guys, there's a bunch of shiny things up here. And a couple of eggs.
Yeah, Vapos is actually he's going to use the last of his flow to use Step of the Wind to climb up into the nest pretty easily.
Hey,
And,
Vapos.
He's going to take a look around as well. Hello, Akiri. Thank you again for that healing throughout the fight. It was quite literally a lifesaver.
That's what I'm here for. Look, I found eggs.
Indeed, you did.
Point to the one the one she's facing in game. I think this one's coming with me.
Very well. Not to intrude, but perhaps we should take the other one back to town anyways and let either the dragon or the townsfolk determine its fate.
Sure. Although it's not super well developed, it's like still very, very young. So even if we decided to crush it, it wouldn't be that bad.
I will defer to your wisdom on this.
Okay.
And then Vapos is going to start looking around at the trinkets and stuff, trying to collect things for the group.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Sorry.
What were you saying, Bliss?
It occurs to me that one of those eggs might give us some kind of reward if we were to bring it back.
Also true. I guess that would be good proof that we did what we did.
Vapos is a little distracted by all the poison coursing through his veins.
So it appears. Well, Vapos, you're having a hard time. You do find a bunch of copper pieces. Plus the eggs. Plus like some kind of pouch. That has like some shiny metal clasps to it. And there's something in the pouch.
Okay, actually, Nico just brought up a good point. I forgot I've got inspiration, so I'll go ahead and use that.
To reroll your investigation check?
No, it's just the bardic inspiration die. What's the die, Nico?
1d8.
Okay, so I got a 9, not a 4.
Okay. Then you'll at least be able to find some basic stuff. There's a pillow embroidered with golden thread, just kind of swirly pattern. There's a silver statuette of a female archer. And there's a bronze sort of statue of an axe, like on a pedestal, like a miniature version of a wood chopping axe.
Okay.
And it says it is in that statue is engraved. Naj Kidsa, first place, axe throwing competition.
Wood.
Wildlands 172.
I think he's gonna notice that. Oh, Vapos doesn't look too great from that poison. She's gonna. Do you need some? Are you okay, Vapos? Are you okay?
I may have slightly overexerted myself in that fight.
Here,
Perhaps.
Here, take. She's gonna pat you on the arm.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Poison's neutralized. You at least feel better.
Okay, cool.
So you definitely feel as though you found, like, you have not been able to make a complete search of the nest so far. You know that. You're well aware.
Sure. Yeah.
This was just your initial look around, I suppose.
Can Akiri also look through it?
Yeah, do you guys want to just take the time to like search every inch of the nest?
Yeah, let's
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So as night is beginning to fall, they're seriously searching the nest, which will take some minutes. What do the rest of you want to do in the meantime?
I'll help search down here, like looking in the little buildings and stuff.
All right, so you're going to search the longhouse with Mavra?
Yeah.
Or, no, I guess not with Mavra. Just by yourself.
With whoever.
Going in there too.
Okay. Well, you guys find the wyverns really tore through here. They ripped open the pantry. There was like some food storage area that they've basically destroyed. The furniture is, a lot of it's been smashed, or like the soft bits like torn out and added to the nest. The place has been wyvern looted, as 'twere. You do find a there's a white foreman's helmet. And on the inside seam, on the inside of the helmet, it says Twint, Foreman. This is hanging on a peg by the door, the smashed-in door of the longhouse.
I'll take it back to him, poor guy. So I'll retrieve that.
Cool. You guys also find there's a lot of smashed stuff that's not going to be of particular interest to you. But you do find a box that has been tossed off one of the desks. And inside are a bunch of different colored inks and incense. Which could be of some value.
Okay, I'll take those two.
Looks like spell scribing material. Scroll scribing materials. When you guys finish searching the nest, yeah, there's a lot of coins woven in there. And I'll just give you the totals here. Because it's all different denominations. Oops, that should be 79.
Max, around how long would this take?
This is probably going to take half an hour or so.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
That pouch with the shiny clasps is a spell component pouch. So it has all kinds of weird odds and ends that a wizard might collect inside of it.
Too bad Draco left.
I wonder if this belongs to somebody who still lives in town, and if they might reward us for bringing it back. I mean, if it was left here and everyone just fled, did they say anything about other groups of adventurers coming up here and getting eaten?
You didn't ask.
Well, I'm just saying.
Probably not, though, given that the foreman was trying to get a petition signed to get adventurers to go out there.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is, maybe this person is still in town and,
Mm-hmm.
if not, then we'll just sell it off to whoever for money, since I'm sure they wouldn't mind. But
Is there any,
might ask.
Which,
is there any iconography on it, like initials or stuff like that?
Absolutely. I mentioned these shiny clasps, and on sort of the inner part of that, where the two clasps meet, there's this sort of very fancy little bit of engraving that's like a very stylized A, letter A.
Cool.
Could be some kind of personal mark, as wizards are wont to have. Two other very interesting things. I already gave you guys two different statues, right?
Yep.
So stuck on the end of one of the sticks that makes up the nest is an armband, a golden armband made of two twisted snakes, kind of work together, quite well made, with their scales picked out and ruby eyes, tiny little rubies for their eyes.
Akiri kind of wants that. Keep listening it.
This golden armband.
Add it to her ever-growing collection of bracelets.
Okay. When you slip that on, you feel it prickle and tingle, as though you are being affected by magic.
She's gonna go, whoop, oh, I think that's magic. That tickles.
And lastly,
Anyways,
when you shift one of the eggs, when you shift the egg, you find woven into the nest is a shiny piece of jade attached to a piece of metal with a string. It is a key, a jade key. And it's a large jade key inscribed with what, well, it says Oyu Logikaj Mogod. and
Vape.
it's attached to a metal disc with a string. And the metal disc has a bunch of stuff inscribed on it in a kind of spiral.
I hand it to Vapos to see what he thinks of it.
Is that very common? Could I make out what it's saying?
It's definitely not in very common. It looks like what languages do you speak?
I have common, deep speech, primordial, and Vey.
It's like none of those.
Okay.
Could Bliss take a look and see if he recognizes it? He knows. Does it happen to be an infernal?
No. It's not
Okay.
an infernal.
Hey, we'll ask Belle in a second. I bet she might know. All right. Anything else about?
All right.
That's it. A bunch of stuff. The metal disc seems to have a series of words inscribed using the same weird script.
Out of character, out of game. Betcha it's Ab. But anyways,
What?
I bet it's from Eb.
It doesn't look like Ebian. It doesn't look like
dang.
the half disappeared runes on Bref's sword.
Dang it. Okay.
Well, let's take it back to town. Something this fancy, I'm sure someone's going to be looking for it, and if not, then all the more to get us in the good graces of the locals.
How are we going to move those big eggs?
I was actually just about to ask, how high off the ground is the nest?
The nest is about 15 feet off the ground.
Ooh, okay. And about how deep?
It's also about 15 feet deep at its deepest point.
Cool. I think Akiri's gonna... Hey, could you, cut off the bottom or something? Or, try to dismantle the bottom and we'll just use it like a funnel?
Who are you asking?
Anyone who's close by. Probably Brad, who's the one with an axe.
It's like a sword.
It's good enough.
I can just reach up with a sword and
Yeah, just kind of chop at it and maybe open up a hole or something in the bottom and squeeze them out to you.
It's like a weird birth canal.
More or less, yeah. I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
Vapos will guide the egg down there rather than just letting it free fall, so that it doesn't get too damaged.
I guess the one doing the make a wisdom check and a strength check.
$11 and $16.
That's in character. All three of them.
Okay. Well, fortunately, so Bref cuts open the bottom, and you guys maneuver the harder egg out of its spot in the nest, and Vapos actually lets it slip out of his grasp. It's heavier than he was expecting. But Bref manages to catch it. And no harm is done to the egg as you extract it from the bottom of the nest. So now you have an egg about half as big as a person.
Is this the one that Akiri is keeping?
Yeah.
Okay. Bliss will use prestidigitation to draw a little bird on the side of the of the egg that will just stay there for, I think it lasts for an hour, just so that we don't get them mixed up.
Okay. It is now fully dark.
We should get the other one out too. What do you guys think?
We probably should, if you don't mind my opinion, but maybe we should take care of it in the morning. It might be time for us to get some rest.
Better idea.
Sounds good to me.
Guys, Kenny is dropping gold in the Twitch chat. Just
Making it
saying.
rain.
Just saying.
I wish that I could run Twitch at the same time.
Yeah,
but I
don't try
really
it.
run Roll20 at the same time.
Thanks, Kenny. He said you have to move those eggs carefully, or unless you want to eat them scrambled.
Ew.
Okay.
So do we want to bed down in these tents? Is that what we're talking about? Or
I think that's a good plan. Or, I mean, set up in the longhouse just for extra warmth and shelter.
It's fine with me. This is pretty beat up, so I think he's going to find somewhere to sleep. Unless we have a plan for like a night watch?
We probably should.
Not yet.
Yes, or if I may say so, there were 2 wyverns that did escape. They may try to come back.
Exactly. Oh yeah, that's right. There were 2 that escaped.
Okay. So.
Yeah, sleeping in.
What are you guys doing for your sleeping arrangements? If that's
I guess we're sleeping in the longhouse and setting up a watch.
Okay. You guys clamber into the ruined longhouse. It is creaky and crowded with debris, and as the wind blows the trees outside, the whole structure kind of goes in the dark. But you guys wrap up warm. Oh man, there's a friggin' stupid bot every stream. There's another one to just try and sell me followers.
Kick him. Kick him. Kick him.
Yeah. You wrap up warm and you huddle together. You guys have dinner. You just eat dinner in the longhouse.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. You eat dinner snuggled up as an area where you've cleared some of the debris in the ruined longhouse, and chew on some hardtack and whatnot, spattered with blood and gore and poison from your tremendous battle. That's the dominant smell once you're outside of the nest, is poison and wyvern blood on the air.
Accurate.
Okay. Who's on first watch?
I would since we're 6, maybe 2 at a time. Three watches of 2 at a time.
That sounds good. I'll go first.
I can too.
Cool.
All right, both of you make perception rolls as the rest of you finish your, whatever your late night discussions and drift off to sleep after chewing on your rations.
Y'all don't see diddly squat.
Akiri's busy. She's thinking about other things. I planned for this because I knew that it was gonna be crap. I rolled perception so good last session. I definitely can't roll it well tonight. I used up all my good luck for the next 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, the both of you hear the house creaking all around you, and that sound kind of sounds loud in your ears. And every now and then you hear like a piece falling off. The wind starts to pick up, and you can hear stuff rattling or just blowing in the wind. Who is on next watch?
I can go.
I'll go next too.
All right. Mavra and Akiri wake you guys up and curl up in their own bedrolls if you have them. Go ahead and make perception rolls, Bref and Bella.
Technically better.
Bella, are you struggling with roll 20?
Yeah, I'm sorry. 1 second.
No worries.
Oh,
Both of you getting 13s, eh? You too hear the place kind of creaking and rattling. And in the depths of the night, you hear a faint bzz, bzz, buzzing sound coming from Bref's backpack.
He left his phone on silent.
You also spot a bit of a glow emanating from it occasionally.
I did leave Oneris on bread a while back, so I'm gonna peek inside my backpack.
The tiger's eye, holding the essence of Nakir, is flashing, and there's a message from Stray.
I thought that the Scaly Squad took that back to...
Yeah, the Scaly Squad took that back.
Okay, sorry, not the one with Nakir, the one with the other one. You have one of your own, right?
So I feel like we had one that we used to capture one of the cultists that had Akiri's brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We also had a bigger one, in case we ran into giants. So
Wait a minute. You've had an unconscious
no, we let him
Earth cultist in
No,
stone this entire
he
time?
died. No, he died.
That was-
killed him.
Yeah.
We've had the rock.
Whatever,
though.
you have the rock.
Long story short, we have a rock. We have a Pokeball.
exactly.
I'm gonna touch it to receive the message.
Okay. Stray says, "Sorry I missed you in Westhead. Hope to connect with you all soon. I'll be at Waturum in a week and at Ubin Tower next month."
Well, we can hang out here for a week then.
That may not work with Akiri's thing.
Oh,
Well, if nothing else, we can lead the stone. Say, stray of strays traveling menagerie is coming through. We were unable to complete a job for her, but we don't want her to feel like we're taking something. So this is her stone back. Please give it to her. Maybe leave it with Went or someone that we're in the good graces of.
Yeah.
No, we have time to think about that.
You guys got 2 quests from her. One for a legendary 2-headed giant in Etten named Clovag. And one for Thura Kolkasa, the Chimera in the northeast. I can't believe I remembered that. Or it's Thurasa Kulkarna, that's it.
Hey.
Just saying. So I know you have those 2 stones. What you've done with them, I don't know.
well, one of them we used to capture the Drider, right?
No, the Scaly Squad brought one for that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was theirs. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't think I would wake anyone up to tell them that. That would be something I would tell them the next morning. It's not pressing.
Okay. Well, the sounds and smells of the forest are all around you guys, but the night is otherwise mostly pretty uneventful. You do hear a few creatures out and about, but nothing too alarming. With that, the next watch.
This is Vapos and Bliss.
Okay. Bref and Mavra go back to sleep, and Bliss and Vapos need to make perception rolls.
Wow.
I think Vapos is just really uncomfortable about being alone with Bliss.
I think that pretty much embodies their relationship right now.
You know what? You know how I choose to perceive that? Bliss is trying to be super extra special careful not to do anything to upset Vapos. So he's being really, really just super observant of everything right now. Mostly of Vapos, but just everything in general.
Okay. Vapos, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Sure. There we go. Natural 20.
I'm trying to map what rolling a 1 on your perception roll is in this instance.
So Vapos, I might be able to help with that because Vapos has something that he wants to say to Bliss, but he can't figure out the right way to say it, so he's probably pretty distracted by that.
Okay. Well, Bliss with a natural 20 notices that.
Darling, was there something you wanted to say?
I wanted to apologize about the way that I've behaved towards you recently. You were a very big help in that fight back there, and it was never my intention to make you feel unwelcome in this group.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I certainly didn't mean to scare you. I don't often have that effect, so I wasn't sure what to do to keep from making you so anxious, but I'm trying my best.
You most certainly you did nothing wrong. It's just that I've lived a very sheltered life, and so I've to put it bluntly, I've never met someone quite like you, and it caught me off guard, and I reacted harshly. So once again, I apologize.
No, water under the bridge, darling. No pun intended. Sorry. Wow. Now I'm now I'm the one who's not sure what to say. But I appreciate it though. Thank you. And you were excellent out there. I've never seen anyone move like that before.
Well, one of the benefits of that sheltered life. I spent a great deal of time training for situations just such as that.
I suppose I have too, though I didn't really realize it. How strange.
With your natural 20, as Vapos kind of walks off, shaking his head with his eyes all scrunched up like this, like he just feels so awkward. Bliss. Where he was standing, there was a paper that looked like a piece of trash that you guys had cleared out of the way before. But now you see that the other side has writing on it.
Okay, I pick it up and see if I can read it.
Just as the eastern sky is beginning to turn gray instead of black, you can make out the beginnings of a translation, some language calling attention to cognates and similar letters, and with markings between common and whatever strange script is on that jade key and the metal disc that's attached to it.
Vapos, darling, you might want to come look at this. And I will show Vapos the translation.
Okay. Vapos doesn't notice the low ceiling and whacks his head on a timber as he tries to bend down.
Oh, are you all right?
Yes.
Vapos, you can confirm that it does look like some helpful translations between this odd script, and it says there's notes that indicate that this is some kind of frogman or boggard script. Ancient boggard script is the note.
Hey, Max. Can I make a weird roll?
I don't know yet. Tell me what you want to do.
Okay. Based on the language of the script, or not the script, I'm sorry, the language of the translator, as they are writing, seeing the notes that they've written on on this thing, can I do an insight check or something to try and figure out, based on the language used, what the author's relationship to the key is? Based on the language that's being used, is this someone who this is their key, or they've had it for a long time, or does this sound like the excited academic fascination of someone who's found who just found some some new artifact and is trying to like decipher its meaning. Like, what is the relationship of the author to the key based on the way they talk about it?
Sure, make an insight check.
Cool. Ooh, not great.
Okay. Also make an investigation check.
That's more correct.
You're great at this.
Well, insight I'm a little okay at, but
you don't know.
that's fine.
It looks like research notes using a similar script and in common.
Way too brainy for Bliss. He just kind of gives it to Vapos and just assumes he's smart. He'll figure it out.
Okay.
Vapos is not that smart, but Vapos will just tuck it in his pack and save it for morning. Bring it to the group.
Well, the sun cracks over the horizon. A few hours into your guys' watch. It is now the next day.
Hey guys, I forget. After a long rest, your temporary hit points go away, right?
Oh yeah, they have a duration. If it's from a
Yeah,
spell.
Cool. Okay, I couldn't remember how long they last, but that makes sense.
It's probably like an hour or something.
Probably.
Okay, guys, it is now the morning of the 9th of Mand, the 5th month. What do you want to do?
I was not boggarts. That was what we were just talking about. That I don't know anything about. Those wyverns didn't come back. I suppose we should probably get back to town. Let Winch know.
Wasn't there a wagon full of lumber up above, further to the north? Could we use that to move the eggs?
That's a good point. Akira's gonna go check on her egg.
Where is it?
She probably would have brought it inside.
She lugged it inside. Okay.
Yeah.
It's an egg. It's not in its comfortable nest anymore, but it is there on the floor.
Cool. No squeaks or movement from it yet.
Oh no.
Cool.
I just realized there's also a wagon right here too.
There are 2 wagons, at least.
All those options.
All right, let's commandeer a wagon and head out.
Well, it's like a day's journey back, right? So we can't like go get a horse or something.
I can pull a wagon pretty well.
Okay.
I can help too.
I have a question. Are you guys kind of sharing information with each other? Like, oh, we found this piece of paper. Oh, we got a message from Stray.
I definitely would have
Yeah.
told them about Stray after we woke up.
Okay.
Yeah, same for me in the transcription thing. So, yeah, if
Who has the jade key?
I believe we were passing it around the group to see if anybody recognized the language. So,
I think Bliss was the last one to look at it, but I
Sure.
didn't.
Okay.
Sure, okay.
So, Bliss, in the morning light, when you look at the page and the key, you can definitely see a way to making a translation.
Okay. I tried to read it, but like, no, I tried to read it.
Okay. Well, based on these research notes, you can see that the jade key is inscribed with the words Crypt of the Magad. And the metal disc that it's attached with a string has this inscription in ancient Boggart, in a spiral. It says snake sun, frog, snake, maze, sun, snake, snake, frog, sun, snake, maze, frog, sun, frog, 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 maze, snake, maze.
Does any of this mean anything to any of you?
I remember this puzzle from Skyrim. Usually there's
I
only
do
two
too.
parts.
That puzzles so much.
No, this does sound like a guide of some sort. But I have no idea what this crypt of Magog might refer to.
Could I make an intelligence check?
You certainly can. In fact, you could make a history check if you wanted. Well, when Bliss says that out loud, Bella's eyes light up. Literally, with bard magic. As the lore bard activates fully in her. Did we ever get a musical theme? I forgot to play it for when Bliss got a natural 20.
Yeah, mine was the bagpipe solo from Long Way to the Top.
I'd love to play it, but I can't find it right now. There we go.
It's okay. We
You know all about the cult of the Magod. It's a minor god of the boggards who lived in these marshy forests, just like this one. An ancient frog deity here. And, well, you got a natural 20, so you know all about this. Apparently, the blessing of the Magod has never been taken by mortals, the greatest prize of its ancient temple, which is rumored to be unspoiled and full of a vast treasure. If the rumors are true, the crypt of the Magod lies just a day's journey to the northeast of here, below the ancient boggard ruins.
All right. So when Bliss says, "Does this mean anything to anybody?" Bella will say, "Yes."
Oh, what does it mean?
Oh, well, this is an ancient boggart deity, and his treasure trove is supposed to be just a little bit northeast of here. So if we wanted to stop and get a bunch of treasure on our way to Akiri's thing, I guess that it wouldn't be such a bad idea.
That sounds amazing.
sure, why not?
Plus, there's this whole thing about how, like, no mortals have ever claimed it, and it's the highest blessing of the deity, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that'll work for us because we're not frog people, but we could at least try.
We could.
That certainly sounds like an interesting adventure.
So, Akiri, I mean, I guess you'll have to help us keep on track since only you really know about your thing. But if we have time to stop for a day and travel a little bit to the northeast,
Well, we're kind of headed northeast.
it doesn't have the entire fate of the world riding on it, probably.
We're headed northeast anyway, so it's not a bad idea to stop by. We just gotta circumvent the Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep well clear of that. I don't know if Stray is aware of just what happened there. I thought she would be, but if she was, I'm not sure why she would suggest that we meet her there, because I'm not sure that we're ever welcome back, or if we are, something very bad is going to happen to us.
Yeah, let's not go back.
Obviously, we have to save Bref's brother again, in which case, we'll go. But, just with the advisement that we're probably all going to die.
He seemed pretty content to stay there. So unless I hear otherwise, I don't think that'll be necessary.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Well, there's worse choices to make.
Quick question. We're in 309 right now, right? That's where we are? I think that's where we are. Cool.
Yeah, that's where I have us too. With Wadrum, Watorum in 310.
That's right. Which means my bet is 409 is our place to go.
So am I to understand that you guys are leaving the logging camp?
I think so.
Yeah, I think now we're going to head back to Watoran to let them know, hey, the wyverns are gone, everything's settled, please don't breed poison on us again. Probably stock up, get rations and all that good stuff.
How long have we been traveling at this point?
Since when?
Since we left West Head.
Well, you sailed. Every hex is a day's journey. And that's about how it's been for you. So you sailed out, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
Okay, and then we just ate, and then we just spent a day there. So 6 days in total?
Correct.
Shall we go?
You guys leave the logging camp. In what direction do you go?
Oh, south for a term.
Okay. And what speed do you want to travel at?
Yes, whatever.
Regular.
Yeah, regular.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now you are traveling with a wagon, which can help you carry more supplies, or in this case, just an egg.
I think we wanted to bring the second egg with us as well to return and let them figure out what they wanted to do with it.
2 egg. But it also makes you go a bit slower and makes you more of a target.
I think Akiri is gonna be up in the air, keeping an eye out for things.
All right. What kind of skill are you wanting to use?
Make an argument for survival.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's
she's
probably
gonna.
not exactly being up in the air.
That's... fair. Okay, so we're in kind of forested, like, swampy area, right?
Yeah.
Could I do... So Akira doesn't want to be up above the trees because that means she's out of sight of everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to kind of be underneath the canopy to just like weaving in between the trees, keeping out of, just like staying ahead of them, making sure they're still there, but also checking, like still scouting and stuff. Could I convince you to let me do an acrobatics roll?
She is scouting by darting from tree to tree.
It's very graceful. Think like
But how does that make the party safer? I mean, I guess it helps her travel more safely.
Yeah, that's true. So she doesn't get into trouble.
But also lets her be in the lead, which is where she wants to be.
Yeah.
Alright, make her an acrobatics check and get a temp HP.
Crappy rolls.
A 15 is a success, however.
Excellent. Okay.
So Akiri is kind of flapping from tree to tree as some of you are pulling the cart and others are just simply walking along the marshy forest wagon track that leads southward toward Wuturim. Who wants to jump in next?
I will. I'll be helping Bref since I know Bref is kind of pulling the wagon. He's doing the brunt of that work. Vapos will be assisting him since it is marshy territory. He's going to be helping him, just like walking in front, making sure that we're not getting into any of the weeds there. And if the cart does get stuck, he'll be helping Bref to get it out of the sucking mud.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds good. What was the skill again?
I was thinking athletics.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, crap.
God. Is that your third one?
I think it's only my second, actually. But
Keepers.
It hurts.
I feel like I've seen a lot of 1s and a lot of 20s out of you guys.
This is also the second time that I rolled a 1 and then rolled a 20 right next to it.
Oops. That should be... Okay, you guys have 1 check mark and 1 X as Vapos just drops multiple logs, causes more blockages in the path for you guys to have to maneuver the cart around. You actually have to leave the wagon track at times. And the thick smell of tree bark is all around you, the wet smell of the marshy ground, and the sound of your own feet as you crunch through leaves and over through the tall grasses, all overhung by the sound of the wind through the trees as the tops of the Armadan forest here.
I'll go ahead and make a performance check to play a rousing marching tune.
Okay, go for it. So a rousing marching tune to keep you guys marching along steadily. Vapos, you did get 1 temp HP for jumping in, though.
Cool.
And so do you, Bella, despite the fact that you
I would
also...
like to use my inspiration to give myself advantage, actually.
Wow, you guys have a lot of inspirations. Very nice.
It's almost like a generous DM gave all of us inspiration.
And we've been sitting on it for a really long time.
All right. Well, go ahead and re-roll it. Oh boy. Taladar gives tier 1 sub gifts. Oh my gosh. Wow. Taladar, thank you so much. Whoa. 5 emotes shared. Hey, yeah, we got an emote now, guys. I finally uploaded it. And Kenny... Wow, lots of stuff was given out. Thank you, Taladar. Awesome support of the stream, my friend. Really appreciate it.
Very cool.
Yes. Tier 1 subs to Man with No Screen Name and Kenny were given out. That is awesome. I gotta upload more emotes.
Yeah, you do. All right, that's a 27.
Oh my god. All right. The rousing bagpipe march keeps you guys marching forward, and instead of an X, you get a check mark. Due to epic bagpipe performance from Bella. Well done. And 1 Tembichi for Bella. Who's up next?
Okay, now, I appreciated Vapos' help, but I feel like we're not quite finding the right path through this swamp. So I'm hoping to kind of get a lay of the land ahead of me as I'm pulling the cart, just to make sure I'm finding the most solid path to avoid any further bogging down. And that would be an attempt at a survival check.
Absolutely. Happy holidays, Taladar, and Happy New Year. You made it very happy one tonight, that's for sure. I'm sorry, distracted for a second there, Bref, but that sounds good. If you try to make... Are you also making an athletics check?
I mean, I could. That was already made, so I was thinking I'd do a okay, never mind.
Survival.
You know what? I'll use my inspiration as well.
Unfortunately...
I'm gonna use that inspiration.
Oh, you wait. Somebody used it. Oh no, Mavra used hers. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Inspiration's being blown on travel check. Oh my lord! Inspiration reroll into another 1. What is going on tonight, you guys?
Adventure.
That's amazing. It is indeed the season, Taladar. Wow. Okay, you guys are 2 checks and 2 X's along here. Which I think means one more person can contribute.
Can Mavra kind of be ahead of everyone, well, on the ground? Because I think I heard Kiri is ahead of everyone in the sky. So Mavra can be ahead of everyone on the ground and just trying to look out for things in case. Just to make sure there's no danger or anything. So I guess a perception.
Go for it. Guys, you were saved by the dwarf.
From the jaws of defeat.
As always, Mavra I adore you.
Well, that was a close one.
Thank you, Mavra, for bringing it home.
You guys are not waylaid upon the road back to Watorim. That was a close one. You definitely felt a disturbing set of presences in the swamp, but nothing definite. And you actually get back to the edge of Watorim, the northern edge of the town, just as the sun is setting over this Thunder Gulf. Welcome back to Watorim. You guys come into town with 2 enormous eggs in a cart that the barbarian is pulling. You're definitely going to excite a little bit of interest arriving in such a way. The fisher folk are coming back to shore, stowing their nets, and the farmer folk are closing up for the night, etc.
Perhaps
If anyone comes up looking to make omelets, we need to be on our guard.
Do we perhaps need to find the lady who spoke for us on our behalf to the dragon?
Or Twent.
Or someone.
I have his hat.
I think we passed Twent on the way out, so I feel like we should look for him first.
He might still be in the town hall, trying to get his petition signed again.
Well, that might also be a good place for us to go and report what we've done, so maybe we should go there first.
Sounds like a plan.
So I guess we're heading to town hall.
Well, that's quite easy. There's no walls around this town, so you simply trundle along. The road, the path gives way to a paved road, and you come up toward the town hall. As you approach, you hear a sound overhead. And a presence. He makes itself known as the mighty green dragon swoops down to examine you all. So, you have done as I asked, and now wish to stay in the town overnight.
We have. And have brought you the eggs as tribute, with the humble request that we be allowed to keep one.
The tremendous emerald green dragon laughs, his tremendous jaws flashing his long curved fangs. I have no desire for such an egg.
That's what Kiri wanted to hear.
Well, we bring it to you regardless as evidence of our victory over the wyverns.
I am the mighty Zelezin, protector of Watorim, which is under my domain. I hereby grant you slaves of Chowderth leave to stay the night in my town. He breathes a cloud of foul-smelling poison gas overhead. Watch yourselves. And he blinks his yellow eyes the size of your head. His great wings open up. For I will be watching you. The great wind is kicked up as he takes off once again.
When he's gone,
Zooming out to sea and into the dark.
when he's gone, Akiri goes, "Why are dragons so dramatic?" I don't understand.
I want to know why we never meet good dragons. We
I
only ever
know. Oh,
meet these guys.
we keep running into the mean ones. When will we meet a nice dragon?
Well,
I feel like, well, no, we met one nice dragon, but I'm not sure she counts because she's dead.
Exactly.
Bliss looks at Akiri as if, like, does this small child bird not understand what death means?
I'm not sure she knows what death means, honestly.
Well then, that was exciting. Should we go into the building now?
I just realized there's 2 Bellas on the map.
more for me.
But which one is the real Bella?
Oh, Blitz, that's who we're missing.
A dwarf has opened the door to the town hall after the dragon leaves and looks over you all with a somewhat of a discerning air. He is well dressed in a kind of an oddly mismatched kind of way, this dwarf. He looks like he has clothes of different clans and different dwarf clans and families kind of just all mixed together on his person. But with kind of a spring colors theme in a sort of the hodgepodge. His chestnut hair is lengthy and goes down past his rear end. It's over 2 feet long, his hair. And he has startlingly blue eyes. He looks you over and he has a pair of spectacles. He says, "Good evening. You have come seeking..."
What was her name again?
Well, we're looking for Twent, the foreman of the logging camp. We've cleared out his wyverns for him.
Yes. Twent. Of course. He was asking after a group of adventurers to help him with his issues that the logging camp has been having. I hope you have met with success. Twent can be found, the foreman, can be found on the other side of town. There's a little building just past the inn and tavern. Go past the well and the tavern, and it'll be on your right-hand side. Who are all of you, if I may ask? I am the mayor of Wuturim, Juk Disa, at your service.
It's an honor to make your acquaintance. We're a group of adventurers known as the Wanderers. My name is Bella Enderal, and these are the other ones. And she'll sort of run over everybody's name, pointing them out.
Okay. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. The Wanderers?
Yes.
Very good to meet you.
Well, we'll be off to see Twent. I'm sure that he's very concerned about his logging camp, but we're planning to stop here for at least the night. So if you have need of any assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. We'll probably wind up at the inn.
It seems that the mighty Zelezin has approved you despite some sort of mark against your character?
More a mark against our legs. We were captured and enslaved at one point by a rival dragon, and unfortunately, this has been rather a bane to our ability to move freely about through the territories of other dragons.
I see, yes, dragon politics being what they are. Well, I'm sure you will behave yourselves as Zelezin himself has asked you to, so I will not bother to say anything more on the matter, other than, as the mayor, I thank you for your service to the town and the logging camp.
It's been our pleasure. Oh, I meant to ask, perhaps you can help us. We found some magical casting supplies that looked like they might belong to a wizard when we were clearing out the logging camp. We did a sweep of the area to see if there was any remaining wyverns, and we found some personal belongings of the loggers. I wonder if you know who these magic supplies might belong to?
For such a question, you would probably have to ask the foreman.
All right. Thank you very much.
I have not reviewed the employee rosters for the logging camp.
Okay, well, I guess we'll say goodbye and head over to Twent's house.
Okay. You move through the town. People are kind of eyeing you. You're quite a motley crew. Not crazy unusual, but you definitely look like adventurers, and you're covered in wyvern blood and the dust and dirt of travel. So they peer at you in the light of the lanterns and torches that are lit on the outside of houses here in this dusk light. When you knock up on Twent's house, the lizard man is home, and he comes out and he says, "Oh, yes, you did it! You did it! Are those
You did it!
wyvern eggs?"
Yes, they are.
Oh, yay! He starts leaping up and down, shaking his long lizard tail. Hurrah! Oh, this is going to be very good for me personally and for the town. Ha! Hey, and Naj Kitsa. We have to go tell her she'll be drinking in the tavern.
Right.
What?
I would like to produce his white helmet and present it to him.
Thank you. Yes, that is very helpful. Thank you so much. I don't want the foot finders to think I am some uncivilized lizard man. I need to keep my rank about me.
You know what? I understand completely. I think anybody would have a similar reaction under these circumstances.
He holds the white helmet and he runs across the street and throws open the doors of the tavern. He says, Nudge! Those adventurer peoples, they came back. They cleared the logging camp. Hey, Tommy, Marvin, we can chop wood again. And the carpenter can get back to work. Hey, Nudge? Nudge says, that sounds awesome. Round of drinks, everyone.
Bliss sounds pretty pleased about that.
Yeah, that's my kind of talk.
Vapos will also awkwardly approach Naj and present her with the statue of the axe. Her axe throwing competition.
Hey, I forgot I'd left that there. Well, thank you, Blue Guy.
You are quite welcome. It was, the wyverns seemed to have a bit of an appreciation for it. They were using it as part of their nest.
Oh, that's weird. But I guess it's shiny.
I suppose so. But
Ah,
anyways, it is
I
most
worked
certainly,
really hard
it
to
most
get
certainly
that.
belongs to you.
I worked really hard to get that. The axe throwing competition is, it can be quite fierce around here.
I can certainly imagine.
Well, you have a drink on me for sure.
Oh, thank you, but you're too kind.
Nonsense. Bartender, round of ales. You are all soon given drinks, and a celebration breaks out, at least amongst the those directly involved in the logging camp. Marvin, the loggers who have been out of work, and Twent and Nodge kind of host an impromptu party in your honor.
Well, I can certainly get used to this sort of treatment, if this is what is normal.
Well, it's not every day that a group of adventurers saves our business. Those woods are full of all kinds of nasty things. I was a little worried that you folks wouldn't come back from that nasty group of wyverns.
Speaking of which, I wonder if you know who these magical supplies might belong to.
Let me see here. Twent, did you have some kind of spellcaster at the logging camp?
Oh, yes, we had a handy fellow. He used to catapult logs onto the wagons for us, for increased production speed by 14%. Very helpful.
I love both these characters so.
If you know where to find him, we found all of his spellcasting materials. I'm sure he's been missing them.
Or, well, he, yes, a Zygrus.
Why? What happened to him?
He was on the other side of the camp. So, Marvin and Tommy and me, we were on the southern side. But a Zygrus, when the wyverns came a few weeks ago, a Zygrus was on the other side, using his catapult spell, as I mentioned. Excuse me. And so he, in order to get away, he had to run the other way into the woods. Can't hear your breath, but maybe I'm drinking too much.
No, I was just thinking for the Into the Woods, from the hit musical Into the Woods.
Oh yeah, I think I saw Bella's on stream practicing that one.
Accurate.
I think Hook, the local farmer, might appreciate that sort of thing.
Spellcasting materials or Stephen Sondheim?
Musicals and so forth.
Right.
The orchard keeper, Hook.
Speaking of things running off into the woods, at some point during the party, I'm going to ask Marvin and the others. You ever hear any rumors about the crypt of Magod?
They give you weird looks. Yeah, says Marvin. There's supposed to be a bunch of, like, a treasure. Yeah, a treasure buried in the ruins, in them there ruins up there. Yeah.
Well, let me guess. There's also all kinds of nasty things protecting that treasure.
Oh yeah, the ruins are supposed to be infested with frogmen, and you betcha. Worse yet, they say that the statue of the Magod, its blessing has never been taken by mortals. They do say, yep, because it's guarded by some worse than all the rest. You betcha.
I've traveled around and I like to collect odd tales like that, so I appreciate that.
Odd tales? Well, you can't get odder than a slan guarding a frog statue, can you? Nope.
That does sound mighty peculiar.
Indeed, nothing more peculiar than a slan and a bunch of frogmen in a crypt buried in the marshy woods of Armadan Forest. Nope, much safer here in town where the dragon protects us, as long as we keep up our bargains.
Wait, what do you mean, Mark?
Oh, I don't talk about that.
We've had some dealings with dragons ourselves, and we know they can be... Bargains can be very good. Sometimes.
Yep. Well, we don't need any walls. Don't need to have a standing army. Nope. And we're semi-independent from Westhead, our nearest neighbor. Semi. Don't even have to worry about the enchanter nun. Enchantress.
Oh, we know all about them.
Oh yeah, the Lotus Tower. You know all about that. Bet you do, being adventurers and all.
All too well.
Mm-hmm. We don't have to worry about her none. Nope. We are protected by the mighty Zalezin. That's us. We're Torham, safest town in the Wildlands. Everybody goes, yeah!
Akira's getting vibes from the place that she doesn't like.
Yeah, Bliss is as well.
They kind of do that side eye where it's just like, I'm uncomfy.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Was Bref still talking to that guy?
No, that's about it.
So hearing that conversation, Bliss is a bit curious because that sounds mighty suspicious. But
Don't be suspicious.
yeah, Bliss would like to kind of look around the room and see if I can spot anyone who maybe looks like they've got looser lips. Anyone who seems like maybe they've had a little bit too much to drink, preferably of the female persuasion. But if it really, he's more interested in just anyone who just seems like they maybe are not as, maybe not holding their drink super well, and maybe he could wheedle a little bit of information out of.
Well, you guys are kind of the group that's drinking the most in the tavern right now. You, Notch, Kidsa, Twint, and go ahead and roll a D100 for me. And add your bard level.
Okay, then it would be 87.
Okay. It's really like you, like everybody else is kind of like, you know, they're there to drink a little bit, maybe with dinner. But you guys are the ones having the party. So if you're looking for someone outside the group of Tommy, Marvin, Twent, Nodge, and the party, there really isn't anyone else who's drinking super heavily at the moment. Looser lips. Make an insight check.
$15.
There is a younger farmhand, kind of chatting some of the older fishermen in the other corner of the tavern. He might be easier to get something out of, potentially, just by virtue of being younger.
Okay, fair enough. So I think Bliss will take. How do I want to do this? How do I want to approach this?
There is the serving wench, who is of the female persuasion, very friendly, but she's probably being friendly for tips.
She's also working, so she's going to be distracted. All right.
The only other woman in here, well, the other women in here besides the ones on your party is Nodge.
Got it. Okay. You said that this young guy is talking with some of the older men, right?
Yep.
Okay. I think Bliss will grab his drink and kind of walk over to that table and approach the young man and just say, "Oh, hello. I don't suppose. Would you mind if I came and joined your little conversation? It's a little noisy over there, and I just like somewhere a little bit more quiet to enjoy my drink. Do you mind?"
These three are... the boy is a human, and the two old men, one is a human and the other is a halfling. And they kind of look you up and down. They give you a weird look. Are you still in your bloodstained and mud-stained traveling clothes?
Probably. Knowing Bliss, he probably would have made some effort to clean up a little bit, but like I don't know how you clean up, on the road like that. So he still probably looks pretty dirty.
You guys haven't done much except come back to town and drink.
You do have prestidigitation, which you can use to clean your clothes.
Oh, I forgot that I can do that. Then Bliss probably would have done that at some point.
Okay.
Especially once we came into town.
Okay. Well, Bliss, you've seen this look before. They're looking at your horns, your tail. They don't like the way you talk. So they don't hate you, but they're definitely uncomfortable.
Okay.
And the kid kind of says, "Suit yourself, stranger."
Thank you. And he'll sit down and he will take 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 a swig of his drink, and then he'll just sort of say to the group, "I really like your town here. It's very open. We just came from a town that was all walls and guards, and it was so oppressive and gray. And this town is so open and feels so much more I don't know, freeing, I guess. Why do you think that is? I'm trying to put my finger on it, but I just can't seem to figure it out."
The older halfling says, "Maybe because we're guarded by a freaking giant dragon?"
Again, Bliss gives this look of just like he looks like it just occurred to him. It hasn't. But like he heard that whole spiel before that the other guy said earlier, but he just kind of like gets this look of just like oh duh. He's like, of course, that makes so much sense. Wow, that's I have to say, I'm very curious. How did he come about to protect all of you?
They look at each other. We don't talk about that. He is part of, we're part of his domain, that's all. Utorum is in the mighty Zalezen's domain. Guards us.
I see. Well, I apologize for asking such stupid questions. You know what? I'd like to make it up to you for being such a bother. Could I buy the whole table around?
They're at the bar, but
All right. Can I buy the three of you, buy the four of us around?
all right. So you have to shell out 3 coppers,
That's fine.
or 4 coppers, I guess.
And
Once they get their drinks, he looks like to be a 19-year-old farmhand. Looks at you and he says, "So you're one of them fiendish folk? You're an adventurer?"
Bliss just kind of laughs and says, "Well, I don't usually go around calling myself that specifically, but yeah, I'm an adventurer. I'm just me. That's how I like to think of it."
Fair enough. The older guy says, "I've heard them called tieflings."
Yes, that is the more common name. Yes.
In the north, they pronounce it tiefling. You know, I was north once.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Or tiefling.
Did he say he's from the north?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then Bliss is going to say, and I don't necessarily need to RP this whole conversation, but Bliss is basically just going to say, could you tell me a little bit more about that? And basically he's just trying to get these guys to talk about themselves, because
Make
that's
a
what
persuasion
people
check.
that's what people like to do. $26.
Akiri, make an insight check. Cool. Akiri, make an Arcana check.
This is gonna go great, guys. Oh, that's bad.
Watching Bliss work his mojo on this little group, the golden snake armband, double snake armband, is getting slightly pleasantly warm on your arm.
She hasn't attuned to it yet.
No.
I'm
Okay.
gonna tap at it fingernail thoughtfully.
Okay.
Just kind of watching.
As the rest of you are having your drinking and chatting.
She totally passed her drink off to someone else a long time ago.
Bliss, with a 26 persuasion, you do manage to get them talking. You break through the shell. Also, applying them with drinks hasn't hurt. And you get the rumor that the town definitely could have grown larger over the years, enjoying the dragon's protection as it does. But for whatever reason, it hasn't. And there's definitely some kind of agreement or bargain that has been struck.
Okay.
But they are not quite so easily going to give that up.
That is fair.
You do find out when you start to ask more probing questions. They ask if you are planning to move here. And you discover that people are only told the secret of the bargain with the dragon after having lived in Waturum for a year and a day.
Interesting. Huh. Okay. Was that all?
That's all.
I think Bliss can tell that he's kind of hitting a wall here. So I think the final goal for this conversation that he kind of wants to his final goal for this conversation, he wants to try to instill in the young man. Obviously, we've just met, so we it's too late. It's too early to do anything more than this. But Bliss kind of wants to instill in the young man a kind of sense of intrigue in Bliss and the party in general. He's an adventurer. He's strange. He's a tiefling. His skin is pink. He's got yellow eyes. He's with a group of people that just killed a bunch of wyverns. He's mysterious. He's strange. Bliss is trying to just kind of instill in this guy this sense of interest, because with hoping to maybe try and play on that later on, to maybe get a little bit more information out of this kid.
Okay, make a sexual orientation spectrum roll.
I mean,
Is
that insight? I feel like that'd be it.
Which is a D100.
You want me to roll a D100?
You're rolling it for the kid. 19-year-old farmhand.
Okay. That wasn't exactly the angle I was going for, but okay.
Okay.
Am I adding my bard level to it this time?
No, you're rolling it for him.
All right, well, 35.
Okay. You definitely, with your 26 persuasion, I'll let that count. You're definitely instilling a sense of that you have a mystique.
Okay.
That is well established in Goo Hunt, is the 19-year-old farmhand's name.
All right. Well, once it feels like the conversation's kind of naturally coming to a close, Bliss will say, "Well, no, actually, better." Bliss will wait till like there seems to be like a peak in interest in what he's saying, and then he'll say, he'll say, "Well, it's been very fun and very interesting talking with you all, but I guess I better get back to my group. But thank you so much for letting me sit with you." He'll end that for letting me sit with you, looking at what did you say his name was?
Guhunt.
Guhunt, and he'll just say that to him, more directed at him, and he'll get up, leaving them wanting more, as they say, and return to the table. And he won't share this with the group right now because they're obviously like everyone is watching us. Mm-hmm. But later on, when we have an opportunity, Bliss will share what he's learned.
Okay. So the party continues. Do you guys want to do anything else? So once it starts to get a little bit on the late side, people start to drop off and go to their own homes to rest. You guys could take rooms at the inn if you so desire.
I think Bliss would like a nice bath. That would be nice.
Yeah, Vapos would love to get a bath.
How much for his stay? We just got some new money.
Okay. All right. Well, okay, so at the Dragon's Tooth Tavern, you guys are going to get baths drawn, or some of you are, and some of you are just getting your own room. They have plenty of rooms, actually. And it will cost, it's going to cost you 5 coppers a night. And it costs 3 coppers for a bath.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
One other thing happens, which is that someone comes up to you guys as the party is breaking up. It's the halfling who was talking to Bliss earlier. And he seems a little bit the worse for drink. But he says, "Hey, I just noticed you got what you got in your wagon outside. Are those wyvern eggs?"
There's only one available. Just to let you know, there's only one available.
Okay. Well, only one available, you say? All right. But maybe we could strike a deal. I'd be interested in purchasing one of them things, or maybe both of them.
This one. That's her egg, damn it.
Yes, I'm afraid that Akiri has claimed one of them, but we are indeed willing to talk about a second one.
I'm a buyer and seller of items, and I think I might be able to turn that around for a bit of quick profit. So, what would you say to 10 silvers?
Can Akiri make an insight check to see if that's a good price?
I'd like to do that too.
You can insight him. Back in the day... Oh, you guys don't care about that. There used to be a specific skill just for assessing the value of items. An appraisal check. Yep. Those were the days. All right. yeah, you can make a. Do you want to make an insight check on him, or do you want to try to appraise the value of the eggs?
I want to make an insight check on him to see if he's
Okay.
screwing us over.
Sure.
Yes, the Bliss would also like to do that.
Gonna roll in secret here.
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
Mm-hmm. Well, Akiri, you are just so in love with these eggs that actually no, I take that back. Both of you can tell this guy is full of it.
Whoa.
He is hoping that you don't know the value of what you got.
Don't. But he doesn't.
Well, he seems to have made that a guess, given that you have left them outside in the wagon.
That's fair.
Bliss would put an arm on Akiri as kind of asking permission to step in here.
Go for it.
And he'll say, "That's nice, darling, but I think we could maybe find a. I don't think they're for sale right now. But
All right. Well, maybe we'll talk it over tomorrow. You can come find me. I'm often working down at the docks.
Sure, thank you.
Craven's the name. I'll talk to you later.
Mm-hmm. As soon as he's out of earshot, Bliss will turn to the other and say, "He is lowballing us so hard. We probably should just sell that thing to someone else."
Take it.
We also need to make sure we bring those eggs inside with us.
Yeah.
Akira, you obviously keep yours. Me or Maver or someone can watch over the other tonight.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to go take a bath.
Have fun.
All right. So, how many rooms are you guys getting? Is anybody sharing room? There's actually enough for all of you to have your own room if you want.
How many beds per room?
Well, there's up to 2 beds per room.
I mean, Bliss will share. He doesn't really care either way.
Yeah.
I don't mind sharing.
It's up to
He'll
you
also
guys.
get one on his own.
Okay.
Kiri doesn't mind.
It's 5 coppers per room. Up to 2 people.
Yeah, I'll get my own room too. It'll
Okay.
be nice for a change.
And it's 3 coppers for a bath. And they have food and drink available as well.
Paid for a room, so wants to not worry about it. Fine.
Yeah, I guess everyone got their own room.
Okay. You guys bed down for the night. You sleep safely, and apparently their toast is the safest town in the Wildlands.
Probably not entirely wrong.
I think at this point I would have shared with y'all what I heard,
Okay.
just to make that clear.
So you guys have a quick pre-meeting before you all fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
There's-
Matt. Okay, keep going, love.
No, that was all.
Before bed, Akira is gonna try to attune to that armband that you found.
Okay, how many items do you already have attuned?
1?
That's it?
Yeah. She just has her bracelet.
Okay. The armband, you slowly focus on it, you attune to it, you change your magical aura to match its own, and you come to realize that this armband can give you a snake's golden tongue, and gives you a +4 on persuasion checks.
Yeah. She's gonna pocket that information.
Mm-hmm.
She might. Yeah, she'll pocket that information.
Well, you're now attuned to it, so give yourself a +4 to persuasion checks on your sheet. Obviously, you have to be wearing it on your arm.
That was not the button I wanted.
Wait, how many? She has one magical bracelet. That's it, right? Now she has 2.
Yep.
Okay. You guys wake up the next day. It's the 10th of Mand. You can hear the sights. You can hear the sights, smell the sounds of the small town all around you. Waking up.
We did do those mushrooms, but that was quite a few sessions back.
Oh, you've done those too.
What next, guys?
Here's gonna check her egg. Is it and nothing? No peeps, no squeaks, no creaks.
You guys like lugged those inside. Is that what it happened?
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope. You do notice it's a little bit colder to the touch.
Okay. She's gonna go check the. Is it also colder, or is it still pretty warm?
Both of them.
Makes her a little bit antsy.
What do they call animal handling now? Nature? Just a nature check?
No, animal handling still.
There's still a specific animal handling check?
Mm-hmm.
I can't keep my addition straight. I really can't.
There's been
Make
a
an
lot
animal
of them.
handling check. These guys need to be warmed up periodically.
That's what I think.
They don't need something to sit on them all the time, especially at this stage of development. But they do need to be kept at a certain level
Cool.
in order to grow properly. So you figured that out. All right,
Yep.
guys. What else? What do you want to do?
Guess we should head out.
I think so.
I'd like to go shopping for some supplies.
Sure.
Stocking up on rations for sure.
I mean, we don't have to like we can do what we did last time and just save, at least for me, because I'm just getting food and stuff. I'm not really worried about anything else.
Okay. So you can get regular rations for the regular price, or you can get Watorum poison balls, which are kind of like these bean paste balls with incredibly spicy green chilies inside with like a bunch of meat and stuff. They're kind of like dumplings. And they are a little bit more expensive than regular rations, but they are very tasty and can help you out.
Well, Bliss is resistant to fire damage, so I think spicy sounds exactly up his alley. So, how much for these poison balls?
Okay, I think regular rations are a gold per.
It was 2.
For 2, is that what it is? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a gold for 2 in West Head. Here they're a silver per for 1, because you can actually get them cheaper that way. That's regular rations price, and it's 15 coppers for green. For the Rotorum poison balls. But they are so tasty that eating them naturally heals you for 1 point.
How many coppers in the silver? Oh, okay.
That's 10.
Everything.
10 coppers to a silver, 10 silvers to a gold, 10 gold to a platinum, which you've rarely seen.
Okay, I might need to do some math in my brain, but okay, cool.
And 10 platinum to an astral diamond, which none of you have ever seen.
So I think the long-term plan, and by long-term I mean the next day or two, is to head to that swampy ruin, right? I mean, we gotta figure out what that treasure is.
If we head north for a day up towards the logging camp, and then head northeast, we should hit it.
That sounds right to me. Yes.
Do you want me to put the map on?
Sure. So we're in 310 at the moment. I'm thinking it's in 409.
So
Or
everybody
possibly-
thinks you guys are here.
But my bet is 409.
I concur.
And then Akiri's home is in 1615 for whenever we get there.
Should we take a 5-minute break? Do you
Well,
guys need to go to bed? Oh, wait, is it bedtime for you guys? Is the session over
It's
now?
kind of bedtime.
kind of-
for me.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
1
it is
a.m.
for us too. It's
Yeah.
late night.
Yeah, I
It's almost
forgot.
midnight.
I forgot for a second about the time difference. All right. Well, it sounds like you guys are getting sleepy, but B, it is time to call the session so that you guys can go off and discuss as a party what you want to do next. You've got these 2 eggs. You've got an offer, or maybe you want to sell one of them. I'm not sure. You're in Waturum, and the world is your oyster. Got lots of stuff you can do. Well, thank you all very, very, very much for joining us for this session. Kenny, thank you so much for hanging out. Welcome back. The Loophole King. Whoa, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. The Loophole King, thank you for the follow 12 minutes ago. Much appreciated. Also sub to Twitter, and I gotta start twerting on the Twerterton again. Thank you very, very much.
We're in the Discord too.
Yeah, okay, welcome. I'll chat you up in the Discord. Thank you so much. This stream for Taladar. Taladar, 2 subs gifted. Wow, what an incredible support there. Thank you so much. Thank you to the man with no screen name, hanging out as always and chatting. Much appreciated, making jokes. Awesome, guys. Thank you all very, very much. And anyone who watches this later, you're awesome. Thank you to Jeremy, player of Bref the Barbarian. Thank you to M, player of Akiri the Cleric. Thank you to Danielle, player of Mavra the Fighter. Thank you to Bliss, Nico, player of Bliss, the Bard, one of the Bards. Thank you to Corey, player of Vapos the Monk. And thank you to Bella, than the OG bard in the party. Thank you to my lovely wife Kate, as always. Okay, guys, we are going to call it here, and I look forward to chatting with you in Discord. I can go over the treasure one more time if you guys need that later, but I encourage you to write it down.
I think I already got it.
Oh, okay, awesome. And that's it. Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you, Max. That was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, excellent time.
Yes. Good night, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.